Reacher trailer brings a bigger, better, badass Jack to Amazon. Amazon has dropped the newest Reacher trailer, and once again, it's clear the giant drifter with a talent for trouble is back and bigger, better, and more badass than ever. With each season, the series edges closer to the pure adrenaline and dry wit of Lee Child's novels. But this new trailer signals something even more ambitious. A Reacher who's not just solving crimes, he's becoming a one-man seismic event. The trailer packs in heavy hits, deadpan humor, and a scale that dwarfs everything the show has done before. And fans, they've never been more ready. In under 3 minutes, the trailer teases a season full of explosive confrontations, a sharply escalating political conspiracy, and a Jack Reacher who looks like he was sculpted out of granite and then given a mission to smash anything foolish enough to stand in his way. Alan Ritchson's towering presence has always made him perfect for the role, but here, he's reached a terrifying new level of physicality, one that screams, "I don't care who you are. You're not walking away from this." A new season, a new threat, and it's the biggest one yet. Reacher trailers usually follow a reliable pattern. Set up a mystery, showcase Reacher beating up someone who clearly deserved it, then end with a laconic quip that only makes him scarier. This trailer, however, shifts that formula by leaning heavily into scope and scale. There are overhead shots of tactical teams, international crime syndicates hinted at through rapid-fire imagery, and even glimpses of Washington power corridors trembling under the weight of Reacher's interference. The stakes feel global, the danger feels personal, and Reacher's wrath feels biblical. Based on Lee Child's beloved series, each season of Reacher has adapted a different novel. While Amazon hasn't explicitly said which one this season is pulling from, the trailer's mix of old allies, military secrets, and government cover-ups suggests inspiration from the Middle-era books, stories where Reacher's past comes storming back in ways even he can't shrug off. Shots of dark concrete bunkers, coded messages, and shadowy figures imply a massive conspiracy, one that could push Reacher beyond simple vengeance or survival. For once, it feels like the villains might actually know how dangerous he is and still think they can beat him. A catastrophic miscalculation, judging by every punch thrown in the trailer. Alan Ritchson levels up, the definitive Reacher. If the first season announced Alan Ritchson as the physical embodiment of Jack Reacher, this trailer cements him as the definitive version. Tom Cruise's film iterations had the attitude down, but Ritchson's size and quiet menace carry the soul of the character. And this season, he looks absolutely unstoppable. The trailer wastes no time showing him in action. One punch drops a full-grown man like a bag of cement. Reacher ducks under gunfire with an agility that contradicts his bulk. He breaks into a car with the same effort a normal person uses to open a jar of peanut butter. There's a moment, blink and you'll miss it, where Reacher casually snaps a rifle in half. Not disassembles. Snaps. It's the kind of visual that instantly communicates the season's energy. Reacher isn't here to intimidate. He's here to end problems. But Ritchson is not just flexing. He's sharpening Reacher's personality. The trailer includes a few lines that hint at a more sardonic, emotionally aware Reacher. He's still lean on words, but the ones he chooses cut deeper than his fists. With an eyebrow raise or a simple, "You won't like how this ends," Ritchson sells the mythic quality of the character. A man who doesn't need to posture to be terrifying, reuniting with allies and enemies who should run. The trailer brings back several familiar faces, including members of Reacher's old 110th MP unit, or at least those who have survived long enough to reappear. Their dynamic remains electric, a mix of respect, exasperation, and the unspoken understanding that wherever Reacher goes, body counts tend to follow. This season seems set to highlight Reacher's ability to operate both inside and outside elite military frameworks. There are glimpses of him teaming up with tactical squads, running interference for civilians, and even working reluctantly with federal authorities who definitely know better than to cross him. On the villain side, the trailer gives only flashes, dark suits, high-tech weapons, foreign accents, but that's intentional. Reacher stories thrive when the enemies feel overwhelming, intelligent, and well-funded. The glimpses show them coordinating across borders, analyzing Reacher like a natural disaster they must contain. Spoiler: containment is not happening. If anything, the trailer wants viewers to understand that the enemies have just signed their own death warrants. Bigger fights, Bigger explosions, bigger Reacher. One of the loudest messages from the trailer is scale. The action sequences aren't just larger, they're choreographed to highlight Reacher as an unstoppable force of nature. Some standout shots include Reacher dismantling a room of armed mercenaries with improvised weapons, a truck barreling through a warehouse with Reacher clinging to the side like an irritation, refusing to fall off, a nighttime shootout lit only by fire and muzzle flashes, Reacher moving like a shadow in between, a hand-to-hand fight in the rain that looks like a brutal homage to classic action cinema. Amazon clearly pumped more budget into this season. The explosions are cinematic, the stunts look practical, and the camera work emphasizes Reacher's intimidation factor by framing him like a mountain moving with lethal speed. This isn't just action. It's choreography designed to celebrate power, precision, and the idea that one very large man can topple an empire if you give him enough reasons. A darker tone without losing the humor. One of the winning traits of Reacher is its tonal balance. It knows how to blend grim violence with understated humor. The trailer reflects this, showcasing moments where Reacher delivers dry punchlines while the world falls apart around him. In one scene, an officer nervously asks, "Do you really think you can take all of them?" Reacher's reply, "I don't need to take all of them, just the first 10. It's a perfect encapsulation of the Reacher ethos, deadpan confidence backed by frightening truth. But the trailer also hints at deeper emotional undercurrents. There are shots of Reacher staring silently at an old military photo, scenes suggesting betrayal within the ranks, and even moments where his composure cracks for a split second. Fans of the books know that Reacher's internal conflicts often revolve around loyalty, justice, and the ghosts of his past. This season appears ready to dig into that complexity, making him not just a fighter, but a character facing the moral cost of his own power. Amazon's most reliable hit just got bigger. It's no secret that Reacher is one of Amazon's crown jewels. It delivers what fans want: brutal justice, sharp storytelling, and a protagonist who can break bones and hearts with equal ease. With the new trailer, Amazon sends a clear message. This season is the franchise's biggest swing yet. Everything, from the set design to the cinematography, from the casting to the action sequences, looks elevated. It feels like the show is stepping into the prime of its life, embracing its identity as a no-nonsense, full-throttle action thriller with a surprising amount of character depth. And Reacher himself, he looks like he's enjoying the chaos. There's a twinkle in his eye every time he squares up to a room full of henchmen, a man happiest when things are about to explode. Conclusion: the trailer promises a Reacher season fans have been dreaming of. Bigger, better, badass is not just a catchy headline, it's the promise the trailer delivers. Jack Reacher has always been larger than life, but this season pushes the character into near legend territory while grounding him with real emotional stakes. Whether you're a die-hard fan of the books or someone who fell in love with the show's gritty charm, this trailer makes one thing clear: